take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Welcome to Life in Red.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of the Life in Red podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Forsyth. Very honored and incredibly pleased to be joined today by the great Sarah Chalke and Chris Parnell. You might know Sarah from a little show called Roseanne, Scrubs, How I Met Your Mother, and of course Chris, Saturday Night Live, 30 Rock, Archer. They're joining the Life in Red podcast today to talk about Season 4 of Rick and Morty coming to Adult Swim in November. You might know Chris and Sarah as the voice of Beth and Jerry, Morty's parents, and a little from a clip like this.
Look at our own alternate lives.
You're right. Maybe we should just play Yahtzee. Give me those.
What do you see?
Whiteness. Pure whiteness.
You're my best friend, Jerry Smith. I love doing cocaine with you.
Whoa, I love doing cocaine with you too, Johnny Depp.
Ugh, haven't we spent enough time on you? I'm performing surgery, but not on a horse, on a human.
That's great, Beth. You always wanted to be a real surgeon.
I am a real surgeon.
Yeah, Summer's turn.
Finally.
Chris, Sarah, welcome to the Life in Red podcast. How are you guys?
Doing all right.
Perfect. So, Rick and Morty Season 4 will be coming out in November. What I want to know is, this show has been so popular. What is it about this show, do you think, that has made this insane in popularity?
I think part of it is that people think they're going in for a, wild sci-fi adventures of this mad alcoholic grandfather taking his grandson all through many different dimensions, but then it's actually grounded in family who's dealing with a bunch of things that people have to go through that are real and painful and interesting, and then on top of that you layer in the existential piece of it of, if there are multiple infinite universes, then does thing really matter if anything is possible. So I think that it's sort of, you find yourself watching an episode and getting much more than you bargained for.
Absolutely. And I was doing some prep and noticing you two are often paired as people doing the interviews. How close is the relationship in person to the characters you play on the show?
Frighteningly similar. She dominates me in the worst ways, and fairly unkind. I'll just put that out there to Radioland. Sarah seems like a nice lady, but when it comes down to one-on-one, like with me, she just really puts me in my place day after day.
It's a very polite Canadian front on top of that, layered on top of that.
It's an amazing front.
Well, absolutely. And being here in Ottawa, Sarah, we know you were born here, so I think a lot of us can speak to that as well here. Have you learned anything about parenting in your own lives from playing the characters on the show?
Oh, goodness, no. I hope not. If we were any of the parenting techniques home with us, I don't know that would end well.
Well, it's just what not to do, basically.
Yes.
But neither Dan nor Justin have children, at least that they know of, and so I think that sort of fits into it. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter for Rick and Morty.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever just look at the script, before the season comes on, and you just what do you say to yourself when you first see the scripting of the season? Is it just like, what? Wow.
Well, they come one at a time, usually several months apart. So it's a slow reaction, but it's nothing surprises me, and I doubt Sarah anymore. The show has gone so many crazy places already that it's just exciting to see where it goes.
What can we look forward to most on the upcoming season?
We can't really say anything.
No,
we're not allowed to say anything except for that it's coming out in November, so we have an air month, so that's exciting, and it's going to air in Canada the same time as it does in the States, the same day. Same thing, we're sworn to secrecy, and as a good Canadian, I'm not going to disobey any of the rules.
And I'm a bad American, and I want to break them. Somebody standing here with an electric cattle prod that if I start to give something away, I will get shocked.
Well, you know what? I'm sure it's going to be great, and we are very much looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Chris Parnell and Sarah Chalke.
Thanks for having
us.
And there you have it. Thank you very much to Chris Parnell and Sarah Chalke for joining me briefly on the Life in Red podcast. Rick and Morty, Season 4, coming this November to Adult Swim. Just make sure you check your local listings or go to adultswim.com if you're in the States or .ca if you're here in Canada to make sure you get all the latest episodes of Rick and Morty Season 4. This is the Life in Red podcast. You can catch us on social, Facebook and Instagram at Life in Red Podcast, on Twitter at Life in Red Pod, lifeinredpodcast.com. And of course, I'm Ryan Forsyth at Big Red Ryan 01. Thanks for popping in. Bye, everybody.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.